Okay team, we're back. We're here to talk a little bit about data analytics as well as social media as it pertains to your website and the best practices on how to connect these things and use these things and make use of these tools as an entrepreneur in today's economy. I spoke a little bit last time about SEO, tricks and tips, things to do when you're building out your site and in order to increase your SEO rankings over time organically. It's interesting, we asked a few members on the team what would be an ideal next video, and I got a few cool suggestions. I'm gonna start with the first one I got. I'll just go in the order that I received them. The first one was from Andrea, and she said that she would like to see how and the why behind inbound links, basically, which is a very interesting conversation to be had, especially in 2024. Because the nature of the game has shifted because of AI, and that's something that you have to take into consideration. However, I truly believe that AI is only as good as the person using it. It will be for some time, so I wouldn't panic yet, and I would still stick to the Old Testament, so to speak, as it goes. So inbound links are basically links linking into your website from other websites, relevant websites, pertinent websites, other websites that your customers or the people within the same interest areas as your customers would also be searching for online. You want those sites to be linking into you. And now you'd have to solicit that from a lot of different businesses, of course, but there's also Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Google, all things that as an entrepreneur in today's economy, you can take control of, or at least hire someone to manage for you, with you as the business owner explaining what your goals are to these people. And I can speak to that as well because I am these people. The inbound links theory is basically other sites linking into you, and you have the power to control those other sites. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, to name a few. So in doing that, what happens is you are obviously generating traffic into your site, and you even have the power to control which page on your site each of those mediums or platforms is sending people to. You can change that landing page, it's called, in every single post you do on these profiles, on these platforms. Now, obviously, Instagram is different. You can't link in the description. You can, however, link in the stories. Since they made that change, Instagram, our company and our agency, we have been exploiting the hell out of that feature. It's a free feature, man. Why wouldn't you, right? And back to my previous video. If you know how advantageous it can be, and you are choosing not to exploit that, as a business owner, I don't feel bad for you because these are the tools you have at your disposal and they are free. Now, if you don't know how to do it, hire someone because like I said, you're still spending the minimal amount. These platforms are free. You're paying that person for their talent, for their skills, for their experience. Okay, so that's the power of inbound links. The how, I sort of explained already. Using these other sites, you as the facilitator or at least the owner of the company, you are able to direct whoever is in charge or do it yourself and place those inbound links into your posts. Especially Facebook is great for it. Facebook is fantastic for it. YouTube also. Google, of course. It's a little bit more complex. We can get into these individual platforms and how to use them ideally in other videos. Instagram is more of a using the stories and perhaps the bio. Okay, the other end of that is reaching out to other business owners, entrepreneurs, locals, influencers from around the world. There are plenty out there who are itching to write articles for other companies. We just had one done in Ecuador. If you go to one of our more recent blogs, you'll see, I forgot her name, I think it was Mary something. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But she wrote a fantastic article, and then our office took it, updated it as far as changing some of the verbiage and running some imagery through it and putting it into a blog format, a nice pretty blog, and then we published it. That happens all the time, and using that sort of method, you are able to generate inbound links from sites that otherwise, whose audiences never would have heard of you. That's the inbound links thing. We're gonna cut it there. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Maybe I'll have to do a follow-up, depending on the questions that come in. Looking forward to it. Hasta luego, good luck.